Unfortunately, my motor neuron disease has progressed. It's been around 6 months since I did one of these updates, purely for myself to diarise what's changed. Because my MND is relatively slow, which I'm very grateful for, it has steadily progressed over the last few months. And here's what is affecting me the most so far. I am experiencing a lot more twitching, or what they call fasciculations, in my leg muscles, predominantly my thighs. It does affect me at night sometimes, and although I'm not experiencing any weakness in the legs, it's just an annoying symptom to have that is just a reminder of what I've got every single day. Now, I like to try and keep as independent as I can, but I know when to admit defeat, and one of those things are simply getting myself a drink. I've noticed it's a lot harder to grab a glass from a cupboard, fill it up with whatever I want to drink, and since around the beginning of this year, I have had to use things like straws to drink from, rather than bringing the glass to my mouth. So it's finding ways to adapt with this condition, and like I said, I feel very fortunate that it is slow, that I can slowly adapt as my condition progresses. Probably the most apparent change over the last few months has been being able to simply pull the duvet in bed over me, especially now the summer's over and it's now getting colder at night. I'm definitely noticing it's a struggle to pull the quilt over me, even turn in bed. I've lost pretty much all strength and dexterity in my hands to grab the quilt or the duvet. And it was all right in the summer because I was able to not need one, but now it's getting colder. I'm going to have to think of ways to adapt and find alternative things to keep me warm at night, because it's getting tougher, unfortunately. Now, one of the first things that I have noticed, probably the most out of anything, is being able to get dressed myself. What once was a relatively easy job to do, and I managed to adapt doing it for quite some time, I'm now having to use my wife and sometimes my kids to help me get dressed, especially putting things like t-shirts, jumpers on. And now we're coming through to the end of the summer and coming to the winter months. Putting on a coat is going to be as challenging, if not more. It's not a huge change since my last update, but things have changed, and we just have to find ways to keep moving forward, think positively, and adapt as I go.